Hi ladies and gentlemen, before we dive into this video I would like to talk on behalf of Corehunter TV myself a little bit about this video. This is a very first podcast episode, and with being the first of anything it's going to have some imperfections, some glitches and bugs. Corehunter said in the video that his footage would be a picture-in-picture perspective. That is not technically true. He will be using the footage that I've managed to record because his footage was corrupted and somehow. Also, the first 45 seconds of the video, the first 45 seconds of the podcast, the video is frozen, but the audio remains. The video does start moving around about the 45 second mark. Don't worry. It's just a glitch with using the software properly for the very first time. Hopefully it will not happen in the future. Thank you all for watching and hope you all enjoy. Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. Hello people, welcome to the first podcast. Windows 10 we'll be discussing today. Mainly the phone version, as I don't think either of us have used the desktop version yet. No?
I've had a couple of tries with the desktop version.
I had one dabble, but I'm talking extensive use here, like more than a week.
No.
No, so
more than a week.
that's not enough time to... We can't really discuss that. A few disclaimers. Opinions expressed here are our opinions. We're not employed by any company, and we're not trying to advertise any company. So, with that aside, yes, I'm very tired, and it's a Sunday morning.
Yeah.
So it's not even a Sunday morning, is it?
It's Saturday afternoon.
Saturday afternoon. Look at this YouTube. This was his fault last night. I found him in the pub. I'll put that actually. Tell you what.
My usual place.
Yes. Observe the following clip.
Haha, we found them guys. ScubaSteve. We're in the pub. Hi.
You're not recording, right?
We'll start again. Let's start again. Okay.
You can probably just cut out and continue from where you left off.
Actually, that's good. But that's what I mean. We're gonna just.
You don't have to go, oh, do it again.
Okay. Well, whatever. I think what we're doing, we're just doing a vlog. So yeah.
Enjoy.
Anyway, after that, mishap. We'll start continuing. Found them in the pub. I'm even parked illegally back then.
Wow.
I'm in the car park outside. That's for patrons only.
Well, you're drinking, so it's fine.
Yeah. I'm not drinking.
Are you in the tea house or are you in this one?
I'm in this one.
And everyone
So,
after
yeah.
this and a lot of
Right.
guys want to say,
It's apparently quarter
a lot of guys want to
2:58. And I've got nothing to do for like an hour, so I'm going to hang here for a bit. So yeah, I'll update you when we get to the Klansmen.
Commercial.
So with that in mind, how he's surviving, I don't know. But today I just rolled back to Windows 8.1 on my phone because I had problems with Windows 10. So did Steve. Steve, what problems did you have with Windows 10?
I had only one problem with it, and it was to do with the messaging aspect of the phone. Yeah.
I don't think that was a problem for Windows though.
No, it would be a problem for Windows. It would be a problem for the OS because the OS was the only thing that was different.
Yeah, but I don't see how. Okay, basically the backstory is he upgraded to Windows Phone 10 preview and lost £10 of his credit.
That wasn't the big issue though. The big issue was that I couldn't send text messages.
Because you had no credit.
I could receive them. It was all well and fine. I could receive them, but I couldn't reply.
So are you saying? Are you?
And actually, the same goes for when I wanted to call people. I could receive phone calls, but I couldn't call people back.
Well, that's actually interesting.
So it basically took my phone and turned it into
a brick.
A technological handset that didn't have phone capabilities.
A baby monitor.
Essentially, a overpowered baby monitor. Yes.
A baby monitor. Microsoft, no offense. We're not slating the operating system. We're just discussing the bugs and having fun with it. You've got to laugh at yourself. Don't sue me.
What's the betting that they do laugh at themselves?
Well, to be fair, you
Well,
know, I mean,
from like every now and again.
yeah. Well, I don't want to get into that discussion just now,
Yeah.
but they probably do. 2 seconds, guy. I need to just quickly just double check this thing because I'm getting a wee bit of confusion from. Okay, we'll ignore that. It's just my Skype recorder is telling me one thing, but it's telling me another thing on the actual app. So I had some issues with this one time myself. To be fair with you, my camera. In fact, this has been the big issue from the start. I think
Yes.
because I think the first time it was bug-eyed.
And then that somehow got sorted.
No, because there was an update released that fixed that problem, so I wasn't too concerned. And then what happened was last night actually started the green screening effect.
Yes. And not the visual effect stuff that you find like
No.
if I had space and the Milky Way as a background in a video.
No. Just-
Um,
The color green.
yeah, Michael's green screen problem here was that he would boot up his camera, no matter whether it was the actual camera app or Microsoft camera, but it would come up with a green screen on the screen itself, and if you tried to record or take a picture, it would just come up with the color green.
Yeah, it was awful. Of course, that time when I tried to put it up after we started it to fix the problem, the battery issue as well that apparently was there. You know,
Oh yeah, when you tried to
that was
reboot,
interesting.
when you tried to reboot and sort the problem, it came up saying that you basically had no battery.
So, and of course, when I actually did manage to record a video, it was jumpy, it was laggy. In fact, I might actually upload one of them just so you can see because the audio is so out of sync, it's actually insane. I might do that, I don't know. But so I decided to go back to 8.1, so I'm going to have to test this theory. So I'm going to be on a hunt for Steve next Friday. I'm going to come to the pub and find him.
My local watering hole.
Since he was kicked out his last watering hole, but you know,
No, we voluntarily left.
after setting fire to the building. I'm only kidding. He's not an arsonist. It was a joke. No, it's just the prices were cheaper, I guess.
Yeah.
Windows Phone Note 10 though, it feels different.
It feels more streamlined.
It feels
to
like
the
Windows.
to the Windows operating system.
Yeah, it feels like Windows, and that scares me a little
It
bit.
doesn't just feel like a watered down version of the desktop operating system. It feels
Yeah, But that scares
more
me a little
like
bit.
the desktop operating system.
This scares me. Microsoft released Windows 8. No, 8.1. When they just released 8, they tried to merge tablet and desktop together, and I don't think it went down too well with the consumers. So if they're not careful here, they could have the same issue on their hands.
Yeah. They were quite like when I watched the live events about Windows 10, they were quite up. They were quite hyped about it, but they also were very cautious about the wording that they used.
Yes.
Just to try and keep everyone happy and not tick anyone off.
Yeah, that would be that would be a major issue. That's better. I don't look like a porcelain doll anymore. Didn't even notice that. Sorry, my apologies. No, it would be better. But at the same time, it scares me the fact that how streamlined it is. Because can the phones handle it?
The higher end ones, of course.
Exactly.
But
That's
the
what
lower
I
end
mean.
devices are the main concern.
Yes.
My phone, for instance, is one of the lowest end Windows phones on the market.
Please donate money for him, please. Just...
Yes. Yes.
Anyway, you're
Donate
530.
to
I believe you have.
Yeah, donate to the Scuba Steve as a Poor Bitch Foundation.
I believe you have the 530.
520.
Oh God,
Yes.
I thought it was 530 all this time. I do apologize. Okay, right.
No, it was the 520.
So you're in the 520.
It's one of the cheapest, but actually one of the most refined Windows phones out there. It's
Oh yeah.
it's
Oh, it's really good, that Windows phone.
physically it's robust. It can
He's
handle.
going to show his phone. He's going to show his phone, isn't he?
Yes.
There's a 520 people.
Yeah. It's robust. It can handle a few knocks. It's really, for 512 megabytes of RAM, it actually runs the Windows Phone operating system quite smoothly.
Yeah.
There's no lag. There's no waiting time between opening apps and then having to use them.
And this is, of course, where you then discuss the fact that Windows Phone 10 came into effect.
Yes. Now, Windows Phone
Speak
10
it.
has been in development since what? Well,
Oh,
Windows
God,
10
that's-
itself has been in development since what, October?
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
October.
October, I would say.
October 2014.
Yeah.
It was what, 2 months ago, but it was released for the phones.
No,
No.
February came out for the phones. Because remember, I'd mailed you.
Yeah, two
About
months
the-
ago, because this is April. 2 months ago would have been
Oh
February.
yeah. My apologies.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, don't go out late at night, kids. You'll forget everything. I'm getting old.
Well,
2 months ago, you came out for the phone.
conflicting reports here. You go out late at night, you forget things. I stay out late at night, I still remember.
Yes, but you're younger than me.
Only by a couple of years. Anyway,
Oh, good point.
yeah.
But yeah, so February
Windows
came out for
Phone-
the,
yeah,
the phones.
February 2015, Windows 10 for mobiles came out for
For mobiles.
certain Lumia models.
Yeah.
Mainly the higher end models. But it was what, 2 weeks ago now. 3 weeks ago that
About that, yeah. Before it came out for us.
that
Oh, I should say I'm on the
Microsoft.
920. I'm on the 9 something. 930.
yeah.
But
It was about 2-3 weeks ago that Microsoft opened up a bit more Lumia models to Windows 10 mobile.
yeah.
So a lot more of the cheaper models, a lot more of the lower end devices could be used for Windows 10. Because that's Microsoft's ultimate goal with this operating system, is to have it on every possible device. From
Okay, now
thing-
see,
from
that-
things
that-
as small as a Windows phone to as large as a PC.
Okay, that's probably a bit way to word it because I was kind of getting quite scared there for a second. Microsoft are taking over the world. See your e-cigarette? It runs Windows. You know.
And yeah,
it's, uh,
Skynet.
yeah.
Run
Skynet.
by Windows.
Oh, if it crashes, you'd be safe. Okay, right. We can. Yeah, I'm bad. Sorry, that was bad.
So instead of like when it, say Terminator for example, instead of a blue screen of death, the red eyes just turn blue.
Mm-hmm. Dead Star, powered by Windows. Okay, right. We can't be too mean.
Yes.
Because obviously, I'm trying to gain traction here, and I don't want to be punched in the face by somebody. You know where this is going.
Yes.
So yeah, I basically downgraded to Windows Phone 8.1, and it's not for anyone who wants to do it to downgrade. I'll make a tutorial video and put it on YouTube for you because it's not a case of simply going to factory reset or whatever. You know, it's
It
um.
involves working with
Actually, may I
a
ask,
laptop or a desktop.
did you use your Windows laptop or your MacBook to do this?
Had to use Windows.
I thought you did. Okay, I just wanted to
There
double
wasn't,
check. I didn't think there
for,
was.
for the software recovery tool. There's no
didn't.
Mac equivalent.
There's something interesting about Windows 10 on the phones that I've discovered. Many of you will have the Lumia Denim update, I believe, which came out November, I think. When did Denim come out?
Denim. I
It was
think.
about November, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was around about November, December.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Windows Phone 10 preview downgrade your firmware to Lumia Cyan. So watch out for that.
Yeah, because Denim isn't compatible yet.
And this is why the
firmware-
merge is
firm-
good because
yeah,
it means
the firmware
Microsoft can
mechanics,
control
the
everything.
firmware the denim firmware mechanics aren't compatible.
And this is good for Microsoft because if they've bought Nokia, they can, well, not bought Nokia, they've merged the division, I would say. So it means they can control everything. Because I hate downgrading firmware if I have to.
Yeah.
I
It
upgrade
takes
for
away
a
from
reason.
the functionality of the phone.
Not just functionality, but for example, if we discuss for a slight second, I know I shouldn't, but we're going to bring up here the Apple's latest update, which is 10.10.3. Functionality wise, it did nothing, I don't think, but from what I've seen, it's greatly improved the battery life and capacity.
It has.
So that's just a small example. I couldn't think of one with a Windows Phone, because I've not noticed anything yet. But
And you can take past the firmware updates.
Cortana,
As I was going to say, with the features that they've introduced, Cortana.
yeah, Cortana.
Cyan brought in Cortana, but Debian?
Demia, oh my god.
But Denim introduced the Hey Cortana functionality for Windows phones that had the specific Snapdragon feature.
Oh, I haven't got that on my phone. Not yet. Not yet, guys.
Fingers crossed.
No. I mean, I don't. I haven't got the hardware to do it.
Yeah, you haven't got the Snapdragon processor that
I'll be getting a new phone.
the function runs from.
I'll be getting a new phone probably next year though. I actually got last night I was on Facebook to a friend, and she was saying to me she couldn't get Skype on her phone, and I says, "What kind of phone you got?" And she says, "Oh, it's just an old phone. I know you're fancy with your fancy iPhones," and I went scadger her. Like I absolutely went mental at her.
Oh.
I'm not gonna use an iPhone. No offense, Apple.
I've got an iPod Touch. That's good enough for me. I've got an iPod Touch and a Windows Phone.
I'm only kidding. That's just mean.
Yes.
I actually used to have an iPod Touch. I'll grant you that. But then I kind of realised that my phone has a lot of memory and AEC files are tiny.
Yeah.
I mean, 5,000 music files on a phone should last you, what, a while?
5,000 tracks, depending on their length, they can average out to about 10, 12 days worth of
Well,
music.
Let's have a look and see what I've got on my. Yeah, another thing that I think should be
12
discussed
days.
actually. Now we've discussed music, is YouTube and Google, right? Specifically, back in the days of old, remember old, when Windows wasn't invented. I can't think of a name for that poem, but going back to 2007 at least, maybe slightly later than that. Yeah, 41,000 items, 109 days, so you're about right. But yeah, going back to that YouTube app. Microsoft had written this amazing YouTube app. Like, if you've never used it, by the way, you're missing out.
I didn't use it, but I have seen like old clips of it being used.
It's amazing. It was amazing.
It looked incredibly slick and tight.
And then Google came in and said, "Nope, you can't do that. Bye."
But yet, they're more than happy to let Apple create their own YouTube app.
We have a YouTube app. We do. All it does is link us to the website, the mobile website.
Yeah.
What a waste of space. No fault of Microsoft, of course. We can't blame them for this.
Yeah.
Um,
It's Google
because
with their poor business decisions.
they actually had made a fantastic app. Project Spartan, by the way. It's interesting. On the phones, at least. It looks an awful lot like... I'm trying to think what best to compare this to. I need to look up some images online, actually. Because I think I have a comparison for this, but I don't want to say it and then later find out that I'm talking peanuts.
But,
Also,
Spartan for the Windows 10 desktop version, really nice how they've integrated Cortana into that.
Yes. The reason they're doing that is because Google have integrated whatever it is they're calling their speech thing.
Which is Google Now.
Is that what they're calling it now?
Yeah, it's called Google Now. Um,
Bad joke. But yes,
Yeah.
they've integrated that into Google not only on Chrome but on Firefox, Internet Explorer, and Safari.
yeah.
Now you're Spartan for the. So I need to say something here before we. Many of you'll notice that my stream, because there's two different videos going up, is a picture in picture. I forgot to change it, so apologies. Next week it'll be side by side, and we'll experiment with that. We're gonna just get the best possible settings for this.
Yeah.
That's where-
Mine's is set up so it is side by side from the
Yeah,
get go.
Yeah, so we're gonna see how it goes and what
we
looks
just
better.
we just need to make sure that we stay in the center of the camera
Yeah.
for all this
Yeah.
because
Well, I
order
think
for
we
it,
can.
yeah, in order for it to fit, it does crop either side of the video feeds that are taken.
But yeah, Project Spartan. But getting back to our topics now before we get off topic
Yeah,
completely.
Project Spartan for phone.
Yes, it looks a lot like Safari for iOS, and I don't like that because I'm used to having the address bar, search bar at the bottom,
Yeah.
and it's all moved, and
It was
there's
actually
nothing to show loading progress, and you can't. It, there's no flashing cursor when you put your password in. It doesn't show for a second, you know.
Yeah. One thing we all need to keep in mind is that Spartan is one of the newest features to be A, created by Microsoft, and B, implemented into something that's still in beta. So Spartan itself is still going to be early alpha. So you are going to have a
Yeah.
lot more bugs in it than you would in when you look at the perspective of the Windows 10 operating system as a whole.
That is true. I've got a lot of windows flashing up just now. That is very true indeed. However, Project Spartan is also one of the most stable things I've discovered.
Yeah,
It was actually one of the most stable parts of the system.
even for being an alpha project.
But then again, sorry. But then again, I guess the team is probably a dedicated team to that, not just part of the system. I think, and they may be dedicated
Yeah,
because they are trying to rewrite the entire APIs and Internet Explorer from scratch. So it's not like a code modification job, which is
probably what Microsoft have done is that they've taken some of the older engineers from the Internet Explorer team and set them up in a new faction and said, here,
Yep.
build a new browser for us from the ground up.
you would never think that you lived in Scotland. Most people will say team, right? But
Yeah, I'm a walking
too many
thesaurus.
Gears of Wars for him. Too many
Yeah.
Xboxes. But yes, the thing is with Internet Explorer is I don't know how it's going to work because I don't know where Spartan will start. Like if it will support, say, example XP onwards, and if not, will there still be updates to Internet Explorer? You know, that's
That's actually quite a good question.
quite a good question indeed because the thing with Internet Explorer that not a lot of people realize that you can't uninstall it from Windows. You can turn it off, but you can't take it out because a lot of the Windows APIs are linked into Internet Explorer.
Yeah,
So they've got a lot of work to do with Windows 10. They're basically rewriting the entire API structure, which is going to affect development and everything.
basically the most you can do in terms of getting rid of Internet Explorer is to go into a setting, an obscured hidden setting on the operating system and click
Obscured
hide Internet
hidden.
Explorer.
Oh yes, you can go into admin programs and just uninstall it from there, but not uninstall it. But I'll do tutorials for all this later on, in the coming years, when I'm old and grey and wrinkled.
Hermit.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's happened already, sadly. Okay. So far, we've noticed that there's birds outside my window, guys. Right, so far we've noticed that Windows 10 for desktop and Windows 10 for phones are similar. However, will there be an update to Xbox?
Xbox, the Xbox division has been very quiet on
Yeah,
accounts
you
of
will never
Windows
get a
10.
lot out of them. You will never get a lot out of them.
Yep, they've been very quiet. They've kept things locked really tight in terms of news and for integration with Windows 10.
Yeah, but I'm talking more they're going to rewrite the dashboard software to streamline with Windows 10.
Of course, an excellent thought would be, what would they do in terms of Connect? Because basically you could control the Xbox One with voice commands through Connect. Wouldn't they somehow be able to integrate Cortana into the Xbox One?
I'd say it would be even more interesting. You've got your Xbox One and your PC on the same Wi-Fi network, or indeed Ethernet network if you're that old.
Well, if you want that
Speed.
if you want that quicker internet connection,
Yeah, if you want speed, yeah.
straight through
But
the cables.
the initial point is that on the same network. Your Xbox One and your PC on the same network. And you've got your Connect hooked up to your Xbox One. Right.
Yeah.
And of course, I assume you've got your phone on the same network. This is where it gets really insane, but it could work. You could say either now, obviously, when your Xbox is plugged in and you've got your voice activation on it, it's listening all the time for the words "Hey, whatever."
Yeah.
Hey, Connect, hey, Cortana, whatever it be. So you sit there and you say, "Hey, hey, Cortana," whatever, and then you'd be like, you could say Xbox, PC, or phone, and activate functions on a specific device using your Xbox Connect.
Yeah.
That'd be really cool integration. Control your house, you know.
Yeah.
But whether that's feasible or not, don't ask me. I'm not part of that team just now. Maybe one day. No, I'm not.
I could see a few of the I could picture a few of the higher end entertainers doing that.
What do you mean?
Like YouTubers who primarily use consoles for gaming.
Oh, right. Okay. Yep. Okay. Yeah.
I could see a few of them using that higher end functionality.
Another thing actually that Microsoft could build into the Xbox for YouTubers would be the ability to live stream to YouTube from the console.
Yeah.
That'd be really good.
I don't just because you can stream to Twitch TV already on the Xbox One.
What?
Yeah, on the Xbox One.
Guys, I don't console games, so I don't know.
Yeah, it was one of the big selling points for both the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One. You could live stream the games you were playing to Twitch TV.
They have come far.
Yes.
Twitch TV.
And it was actually, that was the main reason why Twitch TV set about putting bitrate caps onto streams. So that way consoles could come and fall in line with PC streams.
Yeah.
In terms of quality.
That makes perfect sense, yeah.
It also means that there's no massive amount of stress on one particular set of servers, and then there's no stress at all on another set. Because say with a PC you could stream it with like what bitrate 10,000 kilobits per second. That would put a bit of strain.
A bit.
Having a few hundred PCs streaming at that bitrate on a set of servers.
I'm pretty sure the servers would catch fire.
Yeah, consoles would probably be capped at about 2,000, 3,000 max.
Yeah, give me quality most games.
Yeah, so what they've done is that they've brought in that bitrate cap to bring the PCs in tow with the consoles. And they did this months before the new consoles were announced.
This makes sense. Now, let's assume that your consoles are maxed at 3,000 bit rates, right? Bit rates? I can't even talk today, guys. But they're maxed at 3,000 anyway. Which is fine because qualities of console games, well, they are slightly lower than computer games because the specs aren't as high.
Yeah.
but they're still pretty damn high. But the question is, if you've got, for example, a game, say StarCraft, World of Warcraft, whatever, on the PC, running at full epic settings, right? Like I'm talking bells and whistles everywhere. You've got like GTTI cards and everything. Yeah, I didn't mean to say G. I meant to say graphics TDI cards, but it doesn't matter. So you've got your gaming full settings anyway. You've got your streaming bells and whistles, and it's beautifully at 10,000 bit rates.
Yeah.
Right. And it looks amazing, like a 1080p HD FPS maybe. If you cap that at 3,000, aren't you going to lose some quality in that? Like going from 1080p to 340.
You do lose a bit of quality in both the audio and the video.
Yeah.
But overall, it's Twitch's decision to do that.
Well,
it's Twitch's decision to do that in line with Sony and Microsoft.
see, at this point in time now, right, things could split. Right? One thing you could do, and I think would be quite good, either Hitbox or Twitch buy each other or partner up, right? So you've got Twitch and Hitbox partnered. Right? That's step one. Step two, Hitbox stays as it is with its uncapped
With its uncapped.
everything, right? And the Twitch becomes solely for console gaming.
Yeah. And then move all the PC gaming across to Hitbox.
To Hitbox. Yep.
That would be
Fantastic.
That would be brilliant, because Hitbox, even though it came out of beta just a few months ago, it's actually got a lot of traction to it. It's got a lot of good
I'm on Hitbox.
streamers. I'm on Hitbox myself as well.
Got me in Hitbox. He got me into Hitbox. This guy right here got me
Yes,
into Hitbox.
I got him in Hitbox.
I've not used it yet because I've got some issues hardware wise, but
yeah, but I use it not just to live stream myself, but I use it to watch friends' live streams.
I
frequently, and their quality is amazing.
you I never thought of doing that actually.
What, just sitting and watching a live stream?
No,
Or
that's clever. No, what I meant was like a live Q&A one day. Once we get some traction about us, go on Hitbox and be like,
that's an idea that I've been doing for quite a while.
"You've been doing this idea or thinking about it?"
A bit of
Because
both.
it's a big
Because in the past I've tried it and it's failed.
Yeah, of course it's failed. But see, I think if you try to do stuff on your own, you always fail. It's better to do it slowly with a friend, and then build up.
Combined audience as well.
Yes, at the moment we have, I don't know how many viewers we've got, but there you go.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have any final points to make about Windows Phone 10, mobile, anything?
One thing I can say is that it does, like, no matter what version you're using, whether it's a desktop or the mobile version, it does look good.
Oh, it does. It looks fantastic. However, I'm not too sure on the search bar integrated right next to the start button. Personally, I don't know if I can move that.
Pretty sure you will be able to move that.
Yeah, because it's a bit,
It's a bit
I'd
too
like to have it
close.
like maybe on a second monitor or maybe even as a like a pop-up. Push the button, pops up.
Aye, like you can have the start icon bottom left corner.
Yeah.
As always. But
Yeah.
then next to it, instead of having the search bar, just have a Cortana icon, and it pops up with Cortana, and you can type in the message in there.
Yeah, see, like that. That would be handy. Of course, actually, you could take this one step further. You could click the icon right now. It would look like a Spartan icon. You could click the Spartan icon, and it would come up with the Project Spartan button, and below that research bar. So you can go to Cortana or Spartan.
Yeah.
Or they could just put Cortana right into Spartan so that when you Google search or even have a shortcut key like Apple does with the space and whatever for Spotlight, something like that.
Yeah, command space for Spotlight on Macs.
Yeah, which does nothing on Windows. Oh, it does something on Windows. Oh no, it's just the Alt key. No, it's the Alt space key. It does that. Guys, if you get bored, open up a window on Windows and push Alt space. It's quite amusing. It does nothing, but it has a menu for like restore, move, size, minimize, and close.
Yeah.
Just your function menu from Windows 3.1, I believe. Well, actually, it first appeared in Windows 1, and has stuck ever since. Sadly. I say sadly because it's no longer. It's not no longer in use, but it's like. I think it's when he's forgotten about functions.
Yeah.
Steve's on the water again after
Yes.
last night. But yes. Now our next joint podcast, because I may do one before. I don't know yet. Either way, the next joint podcast will be in 2 weeks today, I believe.
2 weeks today.
Yeah,
Do yeah.
I think it's because I think that's when we were away, isn't it?
Yes. It is.
And it'll be the discussion of video game music.
Now this is going to be a very interesting topic.
It will be. We'll be talking about indie music versus commercial music versus YouTube copyright on terms of video game music, because that's another good topic that's come up recently in my mind last night when I was thinking about this. But that'll be our topic for 2 weeks. This could be quite controversial. We might actually find somebody at our door about it.
Yeah.
This is why we won't be in the country.
Is this a knocking I hear?
Yeah. We've only just started the stream. What the fuck? No. But yes, on that note, we shall be taking off. So if I can get my mouse to work. There we go. We shall be taking off. And we will see you all in a couple of weeks.
Yes.
You want to say goodbye there? Or was you just...
Well, goodbye folks.
Okay. I'm only kidding. Okay. Goodbye, everyone.